Hey guys, what's going on? It's a learning process making YouTube videos. You know, you're always putting something out that you like or a little bit that you don't like. I was actually really proud of the video I put up yesterday on the review of the ZV-1. There's definitely improvements I could see there. If you haven't seen it, check it out here, or if you have any questions, follow me on my Twitch stream at twitch.tv/cell processing. I'm gonna be ramping that back up again very soon because honestly, it's just life is crazy. If you didn't hear the news, this house is getting sold, and so I'm having to figure out where a lot of things were going to go and what was getting donated and all that. And now that I have like a plan kind of in place for a lot of that stuff, I'm able to get back to streaming and stuff again. So I hope to see you guys there. But yeah, as far as this video goes, and as far as the way the couch is set up and stuff right now, between this video and the next video that you see from this couch, things are going to be different. So I notice like I need a fill light right here for my face or something because it's kind of like, yeah, it's dark in the eyes. So anyways, I'm just rambling, and that's pretty much what this video is today. But a while back, I said I was going to make a video on this guy, the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. I did put down some bank for one of these things. And if I have to be honest, within, when I test stuff, I usually give it about a month, 2 months to see how it is. And even just within a month, I loved a lot of stuff like the battery life and all that. I loved the way the buttons and everything felt. But I had issues with the A button not registering right if you just hit it like a certain way from the side instead of from the top and stuff. It was definitely doable. I could relearn it, but one of the paddle triggers on the back started to have this like spongy feeling, almost like it was like getting ready to fail or something. And so I contacted Microsoft, and I thought what Microsoft ended up doing is they said, take all your stuff, so basically the case and like all the sticks and everything, take it apart, just send the body of the controller in. We don't want anything else. I was like, okay, they're just gonna like either fix it or send me a refurb of just the controller itself. Well, this came in today. And yeah, I think they just sent me a whole new one because it's actually sealed on the back. So why don't we just open it up together and see what's inside? So one of the things I like about this is just the packaging feels premium, like the product in a lot of ways, except that it breaks. I don't know. We'll see about that. But check this out. You know, like these stupid stickers you always have to take with a knife? With these things, you just go, well, if you can get your fingernail under them, you just go like this and just go. And that's it. That's awesome. Like every package needs to have that. And you just go rip, and it comes right off. The box is heavy, by the way, but it is nice. So let's go ahead and open the box up. Let's see. How do I do this? Do I just do this and just drop it on the floor? Do I do a Linus? Do I? Oh, we broke the seal. Broke the seal. Oh, it's green. I don't think the original was green, was it? Well, check it out. So there it is in a case. I think they just gave me a new controller. So now I have two of these cases, which I guess technically I could just put like a regular Xbox controller in. So that's what the case looks like. And they have this little port so you can charge it. And it's kind of hard to see without a fill light, but like I said, we'll fix that in time. Oh, that's slowly open. It's like unzipping somebody's dress. It's so exciting. That was weird. So there's a little pocket up here, and here is the Elite controller. And ooh, I see fingers and stuff on it, I think. It's like packed like it's all brand new in there. Everything feels good. It feels, and it's clicking like it's supposed to, so there's that. The trigger stops are working the way they're supposed to. On the front, the buttons feel about the same. All right, so this is what's inside the case right here. And you can see they give you a couple of extra sticks. So the way this is laid out, this is where your paddles go if you're not using them. This little key is to tighten up the tension on the sticks itself. And then you have a rounded stick, a like taller like aim stick, which just comes in stupid handy, and it's in the normal hat like the Xbox, where this is a rounded hat. And then these two larger hats are the size of the 360 controllers. And that's kind of the thing that they did with this. The 360 controller was loved so much that people kind of complained when they got rid of the resistance and stuff and they made it lighter. I personally like the lighter touch of the sticks on the Elite controller, on just the Xbox controller in general. But I did miss the larger hats having larger thumbs. The hats just felt way too small for me. So one of the things they did do, if you really love the 360, is the tension key. Here, let me show you. So everything on this controller is just magnetic. So it just comes on and off, right? And there's this little, I don't know if you can see it, that like little area there. So you take your key, and right now it's in like the normal tension of a regular Xbox controller. It goes 3 turns, 1, 2 in general, actually 2 turns one way or the other. Turned all the way to one side, it's the same tension as a 360 controller, and then turned all the way to the other side, it's the same tension of a Xbox One controller. And so you can take the larger hats and just slide them on there. You can see the comparison difference there. And then you have a similar to a 360 controller in that sense. Now this thing here, this faceted D-pad, is cool. However, I don't necessarily like it for platformers and stuff like that. I find that to be a little bit annoying. It's a better D-pad for like fighting games and stuff. So I end up just switching this out with the regular D-pad pretty much most of the time. So these are just magnetic as well, and they just go on like that. And I was kind of surprised. I use the paddles quite a bit as well as the short trigger travel. I like short trigger travel for pretty much most games except for racing games. And so I find I use that more often than I do like the regular stick travel. I've been playing Call of Duty for the past 2 weeks without my Elite controller and having to use the regular trigger travel to shoot guns, and it feels terrible. I hate it. It's absolutely a mess. Let me show you guys how I have this configured for Call of Duty. So this is pretty much it, and this is what it looks like. So I have one of these rounded sticks for movement, and I have the movement curve and the app set up so like it's a little bit more smooth, or it's like quicker to ramp up, as I should say. So if I need to move like real quick, I can just like go on it, and it goes to full bore or like full tilt a little bit sooner than it normally would. And in this guy here, I have set up where it's got a lot more play in it between full tilt all the way over and center. So that allows me to like pull off aiming a little bit better. And then see, like here we have a trigger that's full pull right there. Okay. On this side, this trigger only goes that much. So one of the nice things that they did on this Elite controller is when you would hit these blocks to take the triggers and shorten the throw on them, it would still try to find 100% between 0 to 100 on the analog area. So if you had a game that would, for whatever reason, look for 100% to pull the trigger, or you say you have a game like Call of Duty where you gotta drive things, you would have issues doing either one of those things unless you went into the app and actually set the new 100% to where to stop on this went. This has a lot of software going on inside of it, so now when you have one of these set, the new 100% is wherever the stop is at in the controller. And so the Xbox doesn't know any different. And then if you're just like, say like driving or something like that, you don't have to worry about like, and with the old one, like where you would be at 75% pull, you'd only get 75% gas in a vehicle. Now you get a full 100% gas, even though it's only traveling 75% of the distance, if that makes any sense. All right, I've seen some confusion over this. This is the charging block. It's got USB-C on the bottom. That's the other thing I like about this controller, is it does have USB-C and it does have an internal rechargeable battery, and it is 40 hours long. It is ridiculously good. But a lot of people get these. I see videos of people getting these. And I know because I was checking out videos like this when I was thinking about getting it. And then there's this piece of felt. You just go, that's how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to have the felt on it all the time. So yeah, it's just there to keep you from, I guess, like making contact with the pins. And the cool thing is this is magnetized to the case. And then when the controller's in here, that's magnetized to the block. So it's always going to lay on the pins right. You don't have to worry about scuffing it or scratching it up or anything. All right, a couple of things I'm going to say about the controller overall. Just real quick. I don't feel comfortable doing a review on this. I'm going to tell you that, yes, I had it for a month and I did have to send it back because one of these back paddles started feeling a little bit funky to me. Like it was about ready to break or something. And then I had problems with the A and Y buttons. And we'll see how it is with this one. I haven't even tested it out yet. So there is that to be aware of. However, the build, the comfort of the controller, I'll tell you, like when I sent the Elite controller back and I had to go back to a regular Xbox One controller, one of the first things that happened is like I held it with like a grip, and for some reason the thing actually slipped, like popped out of my hands and slipped after it got a little bit sweaty. And I have the later Xbox One controller that has the little extra textured grip on the back. This thing is far and away better. Any kind of like scuffs or anything like that, like wipe off really easy on this. It's like almost like hydrophobic, I would say. So you just need like a rag, and you don't have to worry about stuff like getting in the rubber and stuff like you do on some cheaper like computer mice that have like that rubberized texturized grip to it. The Bluetooth signal is really good in this. A lot of people say the Bluetooth drops off. What I found when I was testing is it had more to do with the receivers that they were using and not so much the controller. The other thing that's nice about this compared to something else that's customizable like the Steam controller's big problem is it's too customizable. And I know that sounds weird, but when I was using the Steam controller all the time and I was setting up profiles or downloading profiles and try to tweak them and stuff, I could spend hours, and sometimes like it felt like I was spending like half the game getting the controls finally where I want it. We're not having as many options with this. You know it's a 360 controller, or I should say Xbox One controller. You know it's an Xbox controller, you know what it can do, and they only give you so many options as to what you can change. And usually I can dial this thing in within about 15 to 20 minutes pretty quickly, and I can just bounce back and forth between the app and the game. It has 3 profiles on it and a 4th profile that just makes it a regular Xbox controller, which is nice because when you set this down, if the paddles are on there, they're not going to depress and cause something to go off in the game or something like that. So it's a way just to shut off the paddles real quick if you need to. Yeah, overall, I really like this controller, and I'm hoping that it holds up a little bit better this time. So I will let you guys know in a future video. Also, there's a braided cable that they give you. And now I guess I have 2 of these. I have a lot of things. The cool thing is I actually really like the rounded top sticks a whole lot, and I was bummed that I only got 1 in the box. So I guess now I have 2. So that's pretty badass. And for anybody that stuck around at the end of the video, here, have 15 days of Game Pass. There you go. Enjoy. See you guys later. Bye.